as I said, it looks pretty crazy right now. So this is the final result. I basically played with it with my fingers. It has the on-off button. It has the on-off button, so you just push this button up. Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we will test together a new Dyson Airwrap attachment. I'm sure most of you have already heard about the Dyson Airwrap, but if you haven't already, it is a hairstyling tool that uses low temperature heat for hairstyling. And you have probably seen those videos of like hair wrapping around the barrel using airflow, and that's what Dyson Airwrap is all about. But I will do a separate video where I will review it and we will go through all the different attachments that it comes with. But for today, we will use only the main part of the device. It comes with an on-off button, so if you press this button up, it turns on. And if you push it even further, it has a cold shot. So now it's on, and now it's a cold shot. And it has 3 different temperature settings and 3 different airflow settings. So it has low, medium and high flow, and again low, medium and high temperature setting. And I use it on the highest airflow and on the highest temperature setting for my hair. And the barrels, the attachments that we will look at today are the brand new 20mm hair attachments. And I've been thinking about buying the long barrels for a while, but then I thought, okay, I've actually had the Dyson Airwrap since 2019, and I always used the short ones even when my hair was much longer than this, so I never bought them. But then now that they came up with the thinner barrel, I said now is the time to try the longer curling barrels. And these attachments retail for about 40 francs, so $40 on their original website. I actually bought it on dyson.ch. So let's have a quick look at them. One quick disclaimer, so I do have the old version of the Dyson Airwrap. In the latest version, they have the option for the barrels to have just one barrel with a switch at the top to change the direction of the airflow. But for this version of Dyson, you still have 2 barrels, one with the air going towards the right and one with the air going towards the left. So they look like this, and you can see the arrow, so this one goes towards the right and this one goes towards the left. I have seen on other websites like the American one and the British one that actually even for the OG they have the barrel with the switch at the top, but it was not available in Switzerland, so that's why I went for the version with 2 separate ones for the right and for the left side. I already have some products in my hair, so I have the Olaplex number 6, the leave-in treatment, because you will see, or maybe have already seen in my hair journey video, that I bleached my hair twice within 5 days because I had a bad hairdresser experience, so I'm trying to give it back some life. And I also have the Briogeo leave-in conditioner already. So yeah, I think we can get started. We will do this as usual in sections, and we will start at the bottom. So I'm gonna do probably 3 sections and maybe on the right side 4, since my hair is parted towards the right. So let's put the hair up. Always a great look when you section your hair. I'm gonna use my Tangle Teaser. You've seen this in the video that I did on Olaplex, on Olaplex dry shampoo, where I reviewed all my hair brushes. This is the brush that I like to use when my hair is wet. So in order to attach the barrel, basically you just literally just press it in, and if you want to remove it, there is a button on the back of the Dyson Airwrap. If you just push it down, you can simply remove it. So I like to do my curls away from my face, so that's why I will use this on the left hand side where the arrow goes towards the left. So I use sections that are maybe like 1 to 2 centimeters, so not very thick. And they do recommend to use it on damp hair, so not like soaking wet. That's why I waited, I would say maybe about like 20 to 30 minutes after I washed my hair. I gave it time to dry a little bit, and then now I can go in with Dyson Airwrap. And the way you do it is basically you just turn on the device, and then the hair will simply wrap around the barrel. That's one of the options. The second one is for you to wrap the hair around the barrel and then just let the Quande effect hold the hair in place. So let's get started. Two things. This might look a little bit tight, but just give it some time, you will see it will calm down. And also, as usual, we will afterwards also use our wide tooth comb to brush through the hair. And I was just talking to her, and we realized that the right and left might be a little bit confusing. So the idea is just look at the arrow, think that you always bring the hair in front of the barrel, and try to think about which one to use on which side of the hair in order to make sure that the hair goes away from your face. That's the whole principle. I hope that was clear. And I forgot to say, so I usually hold it for about 10 seconds with the normal airflow, and then I use the cold shot for about 5 seconds. But you can also touch the hair on the barrel, and whenever you feel like the hair is dry, then you're good to go. And the cold shot is really helpful to actually hold the hair in place and really lock in that side. So now let's switch over to the other side. I'm just going to change the barrels. That's the first section done, and don't worry too much if the first section is not perfect, because the hairs are so short. They're going to be underneath, so it really doesn't matter if they're not perfect. So I really like to do the other two sections in half sections. So I like to, for example, now put my hair away towards the right side, and then I let the next section down, section the hair. But I basically only leave the left side down. I put the right side up, and then really do it in half sections. And that's just to preserve the curls that I've already done so that they don't get wet from the hair above them. And yeah, just makes hairstyling a little bit easier. I'm gonna quickly brush this section with my wet Tangle Teaser wet brush. And now we can continue. And if I look down, it's just because I have a mirror in front of me, and that makes it a lot easier to, I find it a lot easier to style your hair changing the barrel if you have a mirror in front of you to see what you're doing. Okay, the right hand side is done. As I said, this will look really crazy, but just you will see once we are done, we will let it cool down for another 5 minutes, and then we'll go back through it and we will make it look very good. So let's move on and finish the right side as well. And like I said, maybe you saw in the first couple of sections, I was wrapping the hair myself around the barrel. The second option is to do what I was doing in the last couple of sections, where you just hold the hair down and you let the Airwrap, the Dyson Airwrap, just grab the hair. it's up to you. You can try it out and see what feels best to you. Okay, finally, last section. Okay, and we are done. So a couple of things, as I said, it looks pretty crazy right now, but trust me, just give it a little bit of time. A couple of things that I wanted to mention. Feel free at the end to go through your hair and check if you've left any, like for example, I have a couple of things down here that I haven't curled. Feel free to go back and curl those. Number two, if at any point you feel like the hair is not damp enough, feel free to use like a spray bottle and just dampen your hair. I didn't do this because I didn't feel like, as I said, I only let the hair stay for maybe 20 to 30 minutes after I washed it, so I didn't feel the need to dampen it back, but feel free to do so. The third thing is, if you don't like any of the ends, because in the end, I mean, this is a hair curler, if you want more of that beachy, wavy look, feel free to take a hair straightener afterwards and straighten out some of these ends. I might do this in the end. Number four is, I remember this as I was doing it. It's actually much better for my hair and for my preference to actually let the Dyson Airwrap wrap the hair itself, because it is very difficult to basically point the hair downwards if you turn it around the hair curler yourself, unless you are able to do it downwards, which I'm able to do on the left side, but not on the right side because I'm not so skilled with my left hand. And the final tip that I want to give you, again, something that I realized while I was doing the hair, is when you let the Dyson Airwrap grab the hair, try to start as low as possible so that the orientation of the curl is really downwards. But I'm gonna leave the hair, let the hair rest for about 5 minutes or so, make sure it is like completely cooled down, although I used the cool shot, and then we'll come back here, we will brush through the hair, we will put some hair oil as usual, and we will see if we want to straighten some of the hairs. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and now we will go in with the Tangle Teaser with the white tooth comb and just like gently brush through the curls to get rid of this crazy look and also just soften the curls a little bit. So this is the final result. I basically played with it with my fingers, and I also added some Olaplex number 7, some bonding oil on the tips. As you know, I do this every time I wash my hair, and also in between washes sometimes to bring some life back into the hair. And I'm gonna turn around soon to show you how it looks like. It is still pretty tight, but I will maybe do an update tomorrow so that you see how it wears out over time. And I would say that, yeah, these barrels are great. Like, they definitely give you a curl. They also give you a lot of volume, and you can see it's very, very bouncy, but it might be a little bit more suited for people who have finer, thinner hair. So those people that have difficulties holding a curl or getting that volume, that hair body. Day 2 with the Dyson Airwrap, the 20 millimeters, and it's still going pretty strong. As you can see, these curls are still super tight, super bouncy. So yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you have troubles getting that body, that volume, or if you have troubles holding a curl. I still think that some of the other barrels, like the 30 millimeters, which gives me the usual curl, and then the 40 millimeters, which gives more of like a wave, a bend, are my favorite. And I am gonna do a separate video comparing those two, and also the smoothing versus the volumizing brush. But yeah, please let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. Also, if you would like me to review any other of the Dyson Airwrap attachments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!